Hey everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to share with you a tutorial that I am calling my ephemera making series, and there's going to be different parts to this. The first part is going to be everything paper and cardboard. So I'm right in the middle of working on a journal, and I thought, why not do a tutorial on what I'm working on right now? So I've got the basis for my journal going, and I needed to make some ephemera. And what I'm going to be using is these offcuts from file folders, and I bet you guys have a lot of these. And I even have some that have patterns on them. I got these at Walmart, you know, trusty Walmart. That's the only store near where I live, so I always go to Walmart. It's one of my favorite places. Anyways, they have these really pretty file folders, and you could use these as tags. But what I'm going to do today is I am going to make some borders and corners out of these offcuts of file folders. So what you're going to need is, first off, some offcuts file folders, and if you don't have file folders, you can use cardboard, you can use, you know, a heavy-duty cardstock, anything will work. But since I'm going to be going for a border, I would rather start with a thinner piece, and what I'm going to start out with is, let me get my guillotine cutter out here. I don't like that they call it a guillotine cutter, but they do. So what I'm going to do is cut this into about a 1/2 inch strip. If I don't cut my finger off, right? That would be really good. And it doesn't have to be exact, obviously. Move this out of the way. I just don't like the name guillotine. Just call it a sharp paper cutter or something. I don't know. Anyways, let me move this out of the way. And this strip can be however long you want it to be. It really is entirely up to you. What I plan on doing is, after I totally embellish and decorate this, I may cut it in half and use it and make another one and make like a picture frame out of it, or cut it in half and use another one, say for example, across this way, and just do kind of a corner frame. So the possibilities are endless. Let me show you a couple that I just did, for example, and these are not quite finished, but they're kind of a take on snippet rolls, but what I want to do is use them maybe in a little bit different way that you guys haven't thought about. This is just my process. I know a lot of talented YouTubers out there have done these, but hopefully you can glean something from my take on it. So anyways, let me show you up close. I've added some of my signature tulle and some pearl bling with the liquid pearls and a little bit of gold rhinestones there on both of these. And we're also going to use up some fabric scraps. I don't know about you guys, but I'm never going to use up my fabric scraps. It's just, I've come to the conclusion, and I'm okay with that I'm just not. So anyways, I'm going to start with this and use whatever glue stick you would like. I'm using Scotch permanent glue stick. It seems to work pretty well, but I know a lot of people use different brands, and this is just really to tack down the bottom layer. As you guys know, I like to build from the bottom up, so I'm going to just grab some of my scraps. I did pull some out earlier, but you guys will see my scrap pile box, which is kind of large, let's just say. So what we're going to do is, I pulled some long strips out. They don't have to be long strips. I'm just going to, I'm kind of going along with the same line here of the border, and I'm going to just start tearing and sticking down. Now, a lot of snippet rolls that I make are rather large, and I like them to be, you know, with a jagged edge. This time I'm going to try and stick to a more streamlined edge so I can use it as a picture frame or a border that doesn't have a lot of stuff sticking out of the sides. But that's okay if you want that. And I'm just doing this randomly. I love all my paper. You guys will probably recognize some of this. A lot of this stuff is very popular here. So I'm kind of trying to keep, oops, there's a double there, whoops. Trying to keep along the same line as the border. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one as we speak. Let me get another piece of cardboard here. I don't have a skinny one that is cream. Hold on one second. I'm going to cut this with my guillotine cutter. Yike. And the reason I'm making more than one is so that if you want to do a continuous frame or a continuous border all the way around your book page or around your image, they kind of look the same. That's just me. I tend to be a little matchy. Now this one is a little too wide. Hold on a sec. Ah. Okay, that's better. All right. So continuing on here, just grabbing some scraps here. And these scraps are from the journal that I'm working on. And that's kind of how I make my journals, is as I progress in the journal, I'll have all these little offcuts and things I've torn off, and they always seem to find a purpose. And then it goes great in your journal. Now, I was thinking about this too. Well, what if you don't have a journal in mind? You could just make a whole bunch of these in an ephemera making session and just have them ready to go, which I like to do too. And then when I do that, when I don't have a specific, that's too blank, I don't like that one. When I don't have a lot, or I should say when I don't have a journal in the works, I'll make these a little more neutral, and then when I'm ready to put them in a journal, I will add some embellishments to it, or bring something into these that is on the page, if that makes sense. So for example, if I have got a bunch of greens or blues or reds and my little borders don't have that, I will add some additional paper that has those colors in it, or you know, some ribbon or trim or something along those lines that kind of makes it look like it all went together and you planned it. All right, I need one more little guy for up there. Okay, let's see. Put that one on the top there. Now this guy needs something right here because to me, he looks kind of long. And then there's always the option to distress. You can distress your pages, or I should say your strips, one at a time. But I tend to like to do it after they're all tacked down. Now for me, these look smaller and these look bigger so far as the size of the scrap. So what I'm going to do is add some additional at the bottom just to make it more, make it flow better. Now, the only thing that's catching my eye on this one is this right here. So I'm going to put something on that. So we'll just use this little scrap. All right. Now from here, oh, I need another one up there. Yep. Just keep on going here. Now from there, I am going to do some distressing. So You know, we all love Tim Holtz, the Distress ink. This one is Antique Linen. So I'm just going to go along the edges here and do a little bit just to cover those little white ends. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't even have to distress it if you don't want to. I just like the way it looks. It kind of brings out the edges and the borders. I mean, and really, you can go to town as much as you want with this kind of stuff. Get that guy right there. Go along the edge here. Now granted, remember you guys, this is just the first layer, so these are not completed yet. Although if you didn't want to add an additional layer of fabric or embellishments or bling, you could certainly do that. That's everybody's preference. I tend to like to add a lot, as you guys know, because I think it just adds to the interest of looking at this. And I'll show you when I'm all done. I'm excited about this and how I'm going to use them. So let me put that back. Now from here, I'm going to add a little bit of fabric. So let me get out some of my fabric scraps here. What do I have? How do you guys keep your fabric scraps? I have like a big box. Or actually, excuse me, this isn't a box, this is a bag. What am I talking about? I also have a box, but those are bigger scraps. These are small to medium. Oh, there's a piece of tulle. I'll use that. Just going with anything that kind of looks like what I'm using. There's some toile. That's cute. Along the same color scheme here. Let's see. I didn't do this ahead of time, so I apologize if it's getting to be a little boring. I hope not. It shouldn't take me long to figure this out. That's a pretty one. Let's see what else I got here. Aha, there's some gold tulle. Ooh, and look at that. There's some of that pillowcase that I used in another journal. And there's some upholstery fabric, some green lace, some more tulle. Ooh, yay. Don't you love fabric, you guys? I am addicted to fabric. Well, I'm addicted to a lot of things when it comes to junk journaling. But that's okay. All right. There. Got enough. Okay. All right, so we're going to cut these into littler pieces, and you definitely can make them any size you want. But for this particular application, I'm going to try and stick to the more linear look. And now I'm going to use my fabric tack. I'm back to fabric tack. This is my favorite. And just a little bit on here. We're not trying to totally, you know, secure these down, because we will take this over to our sewing machine. So I'm just going to plop them around here. Let's see what we got here. See, the scraps just make more scraps. Bah! But that's okay. Yay! This is looking good. Now to me, this is kind of a light gray. So it doesn't have any other light gray, so I'm going to put another piece at the bottom. It's kind of, like I said, make it uniform. All right, that looks good. Oops, now I got some tulle here. Now with tulle, you got to be kind of light on the fabric tack, because it does make a big glob, and you know how I don't like globs. So what I'm going to do is kind of crunch it up, smush it up, whatever you want to say. And I'm going to stick it under just one of the folds of another piece of fabric or another piece of the scrap paper. So a couple of these guys. Let's see where I'll stick him there. Let's see. Just kind of cover up the glue globs just so that like a little corner's peeking out. I like that. Getting all over my fingers. Okay. Right. So my thrift stores around here have opened up again. I don't know about if the ones near you guys have opened up again. And so I've been venturing out and, of course, finding some great stuff. I absolutely love to do that kind of stuff. It's so fun. So fun. So I'll be sharing some more of what I've found with you guys and how I'm using it. I just think that is the coolest thing ever. Okay, let's see. I need some more greeny on this guy. Oh, that didn't want to stay down. Okay, people. All right. Get that down there. Let's see. Gotta use some gold. Gotta have my tool in there. Stick that under there. I don't know. Okay. So from there, you could certainly stop, or you can certainly add on. You know me, I'm gonna add on. So what I'm thinking about is some stamps. Look at this. This is half of my stash. There was a huge stash at a flea market. And I don't know, whoever was collecting these must have been collecting for a long time. So I'm just going to pull out a couple here and see if anything, you know, looks like it kind of goes. I see that. Fort Sumter cannon. No. Not for this particular one. So I just want something with some, either some oranges. That's from Kenya. Whoa, that's cool. Put him on there. I'm going for more the color now. It's always fun to find ones that have like really cute pictures on them. I don't want spaceships. Oh, there's the Sphinx. Not the right color. Wow. Yeah, and you know, I don't know. I mean, some of these are very cool. And if anybody wants to do a swap for some stamps, I'll be happy to, you know, work with you on that. There's another orange one. I like that. Oh, wow. What's that? Uganda. Geez, where do they get all these? Holy moly. Let's see. I just need a couple more. Where's some greenies? Whoa. Aha, there's a greenie. And you know, this is a good color, but I don't know. I just don't like that face. I'm sure he's a wonderful man, but it just doesn't go with my snippet. No. The Liberty Bell. Yeah, that'll go. All right, let me move these out of the way. We've got some to put on there. And I don't know enough about stamps to say if any of these are worth anything. Probably not, but they're worth it to me just to use in my journals, right? Right. All right, so let's glue these babies down. Come back here. All right. What else could you glue on here? You could glue little images, little, you know, little flowers. You can do any fussy cut images. That would be cool. I don't have very many fussy cut images. That looks good right up there. What does that say? Don't know. Norwegian or something. Okay, let's see. Which one needs green? Thinking this right there. Yeah. And I like to alter which way they go, so it adds a little bit of interest there, but you could also do them straight up and down too. I don't know if I need one of these or not. I'll leave it. Okay, now from here, what I like to do, like I said, since I am creating more of a streamlined border versus, you know, something that, or a frame, I should say, or a border, something rather than a snippet that has a lot sticking out of the sides, which are great, and I use those a lot. I'm just trying to clip off some of the edges just so that it creates more of a frame look. So see, that's pretty good there. You could also use this as a belly band too. The possibilities are endless here, people. So fun. Just cutting off the little sides here. Just kind of keeping them the same width. All right, and there's that. Get these little scrappies out of the way. All right, now what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to stop the video for just a second, and I am going to sew a small zigzag stitch all the way down each side. And what I like to do is, once you stick this in your sewing machine, see how these guys are standing up? I kind of smush them when they go under the presser foot, and they lay down, but they kind of have a three-dimensional look, and I like that. So that's what I do with some of the little edges that are sticking up. Just as it's going under the presser foot, I kind of smush it up, not so that it lays flat, and then you get these really cool 3D effects. Let me show you like that. See, like this guy? See how he sticks up? That's because I smushed him under the presser foot rather than making him lay flat. And that gives you the 3D look. Same on here. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and here they are. They're very simple. They're almost done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some liquid pearls. And I don't know if you guys know about this. Let me get it in frame here. They make all these different colors. This one is bisque, so it's kind of a goldish cream. And I'm just going to go pick a spot. And like I always say, what I do is I let the shape of either the fabric or the scrap or whatever I'm looking at dictate what I do next. So for example, I put some right along the border of that stamp and just along the same line there. And then I'm going to do something similar up here. And these are so fun. You just have to wait a little while for them to dry. And a lot of times I haven't, and then they get all smushed. But just keep that in mind. So there's a couple there. And you can even do some swirlies, you know, like just go around in a swirl design there. And then to me, it looks like, okay, we got pearls, pearls, pearls. Maybe a little bit of pearls down here at the end, because I like to be consistent. So I'm going to move that guy out of the way. And then here I am on this one. Going along the line of the stamp, I'm just going to follow with a straight line there. And then maybe down here, follow the line there of that piece of scrap paper and go up the other side. And then maybe along the side here, following that piece of fabric. All right, and then maybe a little guy down here, Let's do a swirly. And you can also draw lines. You don't have to do dots. Lines are cool with this stuff too. There, yay! All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these out of the way because I don't wanna mess up my liquid pearls. I'm gonna get my other ones back out, the ones that I made prior to getting on the screen here. Move this guy out of the way. And I'll show you how I'm gonna use these in my journal. So, let me get it. Oh. Let me find the page that I'm gonna be working on. And this is quite a fancy one, gotta say, but you know, that's kind of how I roll. So what I'm thinking of doing, let me find the page first, is gonna make a border around the page here. Okay. All right, if I could do it here, guys, that would be great. Okay. I apologize for this. I had it all figured out and then I messed up. All right, so here is a page that I am going to do a border all the way around. So let me hold this down with a pair of scissors here. All right, and then I am going to, nope, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. And it's okay to change your mind. Let's do one around this page because I think you can kind of see it better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here to make a frame. Basically, I'm making like a picture frame. So I'm going to cut it right along there. Let me get my scissors out here. Cut it about that size. Hold that side down too. Glue that on. I'm going to glue the other side on like that. Let's see here. See if this will work here. All right, stuff's flying all over the place. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put an image in the center of this frame. And I think I have an image here. I'll have to find it. And those look about the same. I'm going to cut this guy off. And you know what's weird is you think, at least I did in the beginning, when I first started doing these, I thought, oh, if I cut it, the whole thing's going to like unravel or fall apart. It doesn't. It doesn't. It works out just fine. So there's that. There's both sides of that. And then the other one that I also made, you know, coordinating. So I'm going to glue that along the bottom and I'll cut right there. Glue this on there. And then what you can do, I'm just using my Scotch Create, is you can go around these borders and secure them with some more glue. See, now I think that looks so cute. Oh, love that. Oh, wow. Yay. All right. Now I have to hold this down for just a sec to get them to stay. All right. And then I'll do the back of the last one here. Not sure what size this is, but I may have to cut it, but that's okay. Yep, it's a little big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right about there. No, wait. Do I want to cut off all my little blingies? No. So I'll cut it down here. There we go. cute that is. Oh my goodness. Stand up here and push this down. So there is my frame. You guys can see it. Looks very fabulous. Now that guy needs to be glued down. Let me see if I can get him down there. I'm standing up. I mean business now. I mean business, people. Okay. Get the little thingies out of the way. All the little stringies from the Fabri-Tac. And this guy in the corner up there. Now I think this looks great just like it is. But knowing me, what else could you add to this page? So what I was thinking is, I had some buttons here. Buttons would be very cute. Where did they go? Do you guys have this happen to you when you're like working on stuff and you had all organized and then you go to find something and you don't know where it is? Oh, dang. Dang, dang, dang. I don't know where it is. Anyways, what I was going to do is add some buttons along here. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Yay. Now I could either add the whole row, which I think looks kind of cute, just off to the side there, or since it's a really pretty like dusty pink, I could just add some around the corners. And then in the middle, let me get you one of my little images that I'm thinking about using. Let's see. I could put her right in the center of that. She would look very cute, although she's a little big, so I don't want to cut her up. But you guys get the idea. Put, you know, whatever you want in here. A little butterfly, perhaps. I've got a butterfly around here. You could put anything or leave it as is. So that is the first part in the series. Let me show you something else here. See these little offcuts? These little doodads? You can add these onto the corner of another page, or like what I was telling you I was going to use with the other ones is I was going to cut, and I'm not going to do this right now because of the liquid pearl still being wet, is cut like a little corner here, and then get my other piece, cut a little corner right there, so you have a corner like either border, or you could make it into a pocket, or you could do one at the top and one at the bottom, and that would be really pretty, or in the center. Or how about this, you guys? A double. Oh, that looks cool like that too. Oh my gosh. Anyways, oh, I love doing this. And for example, if I had more on this page, like if I had more pattern, I might bring out some of this tan and put some other embellishments over the top. But that is the first in my series on everything cardboard and paper, the ephemera making series, and I'll be back soon with the next installment. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.